Opening an enormous can of worms. That's what a Boulder judge says would happen if she allowed records from parts of JonBenét Ramsey's investigation to be released to a defense team.
So that team is preparing for their own trial related to a completely different Boulder murder from the 90s.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us in studio to untangle the three cases at play in this story for us. Colette?
Well, guys, her name is known around the world, JonBenét Ramsey, and hers is a cold case that's frustrated Boulder for almost 30 years. But how is her investigation connected to a different murder in the same city from just 2 years prior? So that's where this man, Michael Clark, comes in and what he wants to know. He was convicted in 2012 for that other murder case we're talking about today. And here's where the third criminal case comes in regarding Yvonne Missy Woods. She's a former DNA scientist with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation who's accused of mishandling evidence. Now, Clark's conviction was vacated because of the Woods scandal, and he's being retried. His attorney believes Boulder police made the same mistakes in both cases. After a judge's decision today, Clark's team won't get those answers.
Patsy Ramsey dialed 911.
The day after Christmas in 1996 is a day that will always be part of Boulder's history.
People say, hey, did I see you at the car wash yesterday? I know your face.
And a day that haunts John Ramsey no matter how much time has passed.
I usually don't say, oh, well, I'm JonBenét's father.
His daughter, JonBenét Ramsey, was only 6 years old when she was found dead inside her home.
There are a number of things that people have pointed to throughout the years that could have been done better, and we acknowledge that is true.
That's the Boulder police chief last year during their annual update on JonBenét's case.
Just incompetence from bottom to top in Boulder at that time.
And that's the word, incompetence, used several times in subpoenas, comparing the infamous cold case to another murder from the 90s in Boulder.
I'm just so grateful to be here and be with them and move on with our lives.
Michael Clark's conviction was vacated in April of this year. He spent more than a decade behind bars. In 2012, a jury found him guilty of killing Marty Grisham at this Boulder apartment complex in 1994.
Since the day I met Mike, I knew he was innocent.
His attorney, Adam Frank, says the jury got it wrong. Part of the evidence at trial was testimony from former CBI DNA scientist Missy Woods, where she connected Clark to the scene through lip balm found under the stairwell. Now she's involved in her own criminal case, facing more than 100 felonies related to alleged misconduct. So Clark's being retried, and his attorney asked the court for access to records from JonBenét Ramsey's case, anything that would provide insight into the way Boulder police handled the first 48 hours of that investigation.
The defense attorney's request was denied by the judge. What do you think of that?
Well, it was denied. You know, I guess in a way that's privileged information.
Still, we asked about the comparisons the defense attorney drew between the two cases, specifically a claim that family members were not treated as suspects at the start of either investigation.
Let me address very directly, I did not kill my daughter, JonBenét.
Something Ramsey doesn't agree with.
They decided immediately it was the family.
He said that in both of these cases, Boulder police did not properly secure the scene. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
But what happened to JonBenét Ramsey and how it was handled by police will not be part of the evidence in Michael Clark's case. Right now, Clark's trial is scheduled for May, and I'm dedicated to covering criminal justice stories in our communities. Scan that QR code on the bottom of your screen to connect with me. Live in the studio, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.